Turkey earthquake 113 arrest warrants connected to building construction. Aid agencies have warned that the death toll is likely to rise as rescue efforts continue. Officials in Turkey say 113 arrest warrants have been issued in connection with the construction of buildings that collapsed in Monday's earthquake. Turkey police have already taken at least 12 people into custody, including building contractors. Meanwhile, unrest in southern Turkey has disrupted rescue efforts in some places. The number of people confirmed to have died in Turkey and Syria has risen to more than 13,000. More arrests are expected, but the action will be seen by many as an attempt to divert overall blame for the disaster. The collapsed buildings that were meant to withstand earthquakes. Islamic State blamed for Syria attack killing 11. For years, experts warned that many new buildings in Turkey were unsafe due to endemic corruption and government policies. Those policies allowed so called amenities for contractors who served building regulations in order to encourage a construction boom, including in earthquake prone regions. Thousands of buildings collapsed during the earthquake, raising a question about whether the natural disaster's impact was made worse by human failings. With elections looming, the president's future is on the line after spending 20 years in power. Mr. Erdogan has admitted shortcomings in the response, but during one visit to a disaster zone, he appeared to blame fate. Such things have always happened, he said. It's part of destiny's plan. On the sixth day after the quake hit, the situation is growing more desperate. On Saturday, German rescuers and the Austrian army pushed search operation because of clashes between unnamed groups in Hatay province. Security is expected to worsen as food supplies dwindle, one rescuer said. There is increasing aggression between factions in Turkey. Austrian Lieutenant Colonel Pierre Congileves said the chances of saving a life bears no reasonable relation to the safety risk. The search for survivors resumed under the protection of the Turkish army. Across southern Turkey and northern Syria, millions are homeless, and temperatures continue to drop below freezing on a nightly basis. The UN has warned that more than 8 lakhs people are without adequate meals, and its aid agency on the ground is warning the final death toll from the quake is likely to double. In Syria, the death toll now stands at more than 500, but new figures have not been published since Friday. On Sunday, the number death in Turkey rose to more than 29,000. Hope of finding many more survivors in fading despite some incredible rescues. Among those rescued from the rubble on Saturday were a family of 5 in Turkey's Gaziantep province and a 7-year-old girl in Hatay who spent 132 hours under the rubble. The quake was described as the worst event in 100 years in these regions by the United Nations aid chief who was in the Turkish province of Kahramanmaraş on Saturday. I think it's the worst natural disaster that I have ever seen, and it's also the most extraordinary international response. Martin Griffiths told the BCCI's Tauset in Turkey. Mr. Griffiths has called for regional politics to be put aside in the face of the disasters, and there are some signs that this is happening. The border crossing between Turkey and Armenia reopened on Saturday for the first time in 35 years to allow aid through.